Oh, yes. So you'll be able to reflect back on your messages and, the event itself. Here we go. Now my app's loading.
Yeah, I don't know how to turn on my camera.
You'd either have to look down at settings to make sure. It depends on what device you're on, and I'm not from, yeah. Don't worry if you don't get it on because cameras aren't needed for, oh, what did I just do? I can't see anybody. Oh, there you are. Cameras aren't needed for me to tune in, but I know people like to have their cameras on. Most people do. Some people don't. Everybody's different. So welcome to Spirit Speaks. I see I got a lot of new people, got some people who visit usually when I hold this. So thank you so much. Oh, still letting people in. And so I thank you for that support and trust. So I just want to go over a little bit about what the evening will be, what will be happening. I'm sure you read a little bit. I begin with a little blessing. During the blessing, I start to see a lot of visions and feelings and names, and I get all kinds of information. That is all your people coming in, saying, show them this so they know it's me. Now, when you're doing a private reading, obviously, it's not hard to know where it's got to go. It's not hard to know where it's got to go, even in a group setting, actually. But when you're hearing these things, I do ask that you acknowledge it. When you don't respond and it is for you, they have a tendency to show me point to certain directions, or go right over your head and go like that with an arrow. And that means they're saying that's where it goes. So you have to be patient with the spirit world because I'm going to tell you, they're always right. I did have someone once not know their father's name for 45 minutes, so I have seen it all. Yeah, we were talking to Daddy. He was making her cry and giggle and lots of emotion and memories. But every time I said his name, she did say, I don't know who that is. She said, tell him to quit interrupting my father. I said, I just heard father, father. So he knows your father. Or do you got an ex-father-in-law you don't like and don't care that he's here? Maybe it's something like that. You guys are surprised sometimes when your ex situations come in, whether that be in a marriage or your first boyfriend in high school or girlfriend in high school. I have seen it all. Because we're soul group connected and those things are not going to end just because we are not in that experience or it was many years ago or, we didn't like them. Sometimes they're here to say they're sorry. I've seen that many times, because they know your details. And that's another thing. Your details are not revealed. They're not sitting here telling me psychically, the little details in your life or theirs for that matter, but they are giving me the energy of those details. So those are the things that you will see from me. That can come a lot of times in symbolisms and metaphors, and it can be very literal. So as I'm going along, I'm sure I'm going to get some people in spirit that show us. So there was a good example the other night, a young woman who I've read since she was a child when her dad passed, and now it's been probably 10 years. She's grown, she has a family. He's missed a lot of things in the physical, but he's always shown things and, shown things along their journey, about their growth and given guidance even and stuff, when they've called for specific hope from the spirit world or signs. And so I do know quite a bit about, her journey and what she's done in her life. But when her father came in the other night, and she had gotten two other people, they did a private group. They did a little private group. So right when I started, I said, someone's saying the milk delivery or say the milk delivery, and it's about delivering the milk. And I don't know where this goes, but it's the first thing I'm hearing. So I'm putting it out there. And she goes, well, I think I know, but I'm not sure. And then she said they just bought a home, her and her husband and her little family. And she said just that week, one of the aunts came over and saw this little window that was, in the house, a little window leading outside. And she was, oh, you have a milk delivery window. So I guess there was a time when they would deliver the milk and they would, just have to go through this little window instead of coming in the house and doing all that kind of thing. Don't really know exactly how it worked, but, and so it was her dad's way. It was her dad's way of saying, show her this. So he sees the home, they haven't moved in that long ago. He didn't just say, oh, show the new home. He showed something very specific about that home that allowed her to know that, he is seeing it, which was one of her little thoughts that she wrote down. Does he see, my home? So of course they see those things. So be aware of that, because that was such a very special little, like, detail. If anyone else has a home with a little milk delivery window, it would be nice to go ahead and put that in the chat or something, because I have never seen it in 28 years be a message. So it was really cute. So those are the kind of things, only it's going to be your things, so things that they would watch over. And as I've asked Spirit many years ago, many couple decades ago, do you see everything? No, they know when to turn their heads and give us privacy. They were human, and that's kind of what they mean when they say that. They know to give us privacy. They know to allow us to have our thoughts and the moments we need to have and things like that. The other thing is, when you hear names, spirit world first, if not anyone living. You'll probably hear me say that a lot tonight, because there are times they mention the living. Because they either saw you talking to them, they see you're going to meet them this weekend, they know some things like that. There's reasons they do it. You're going to know the reason, they know the reason. It's not that I'm going to know the reason. So that's why when you share things, it's so nice, because it really helps even us as a group understand, what something might have meant. But that's your prerogative if you choose to share things when it's said, and when this is, or things like that. So or what it's about. The other thing is things in front of you, or things in the room I cannot see. That is something that is very common, that they show me. And I remember not long ago, I had these two women on here and doing a private little session together, and their son, the son was up there, and he kept saying, tell her chocolate chips. I said, well, I don't know, a lot of kids like them. Did he like his chocolate chip cookies? Well, yeah, but and it was like not a big deal, and I'm like, well, did you make them recently? No. So we kind of, and then he brought up the chocolate chips again. He just kept showing my mom. And all I was seeing was a young man hold a chocolate chip up and smiling and like, show my mom, and she said no again. And all of a sudden it was like, he showed me down, look down. And I go, he's telling me to tell you to look down. And both of them looked down, and on the counter, apparently there was chocolate chips. They hadn't made them. They were in a bag or a box or whatever, but they screamed because they just couldn't believe that, they weren't even recognizing that the chips were right next to them, because that is the way they want to show you. They're sitting there with you. They're not sitting in my room with me. Okay. They are with you. They are present with you, over your shoulder, behind you, whatever, they're there. So these are little things that happen, they're going to happen in the way your loved ones would want to say them, so just trust that, and trust that everything that comes in is for you. Everything that comes in is for you. One of you anyways. If you have people that are also on the call, not sitting together, there are people that do that. They're going to be talking to all of you, so you should acknowledge it. Sometimes I get little hints about that. I'll be told, well, they're pointing at you now. This person's pointing at you, and it's like, well, that's my aunt, she's here too, so they love to tell on you. So keep that in mind. And pets like to come in. I actually had somebody call me today and ask me about pets. Yeah, pets come in. I don't say that I'm an animal, bringing them in all the time, but I tend to see them a lot. So they definitely come in. So, and you guys just sitting there, and as you're listening to me talk to others, I say in the little, notes or tips to think of something you want them to mention. Many people will say that, oh my God, that's what I asked them to mention, when I give them a message. It may not even have a lot of emotional meaning, could be an object, a color, a number. So you make it easier for them when you do that, because this is a group energy. I mean, they're all sitting there together. They've all become friends up there. They've had this little meet and greet before we got on the call. And, everybody is, they're all supporting one another. They know it rolls pretty quickly. I could be with one of you for 3 or 4 minutes and another of you for 20 seconds, but then come back to you 10 minutes later. So the whole evening, just because I've spoken to you doesn't mean your people are done speaking either. So that would be something to keep in mind, that you can, if you think of something you wish they mentioned, go ahead and say it. They may get it in, I know they're always, I see a bowler. Somebody's bowling. And sometimes when I am speaking with someone and the connection is there, please don't, unmute and say that could be for me too. If I'm with someone and it's connecting, it's theirs. If it can go another way, I suggest you sending a thought up to your loved one. Add something so I know, is for me too, or they're very aware of what everything is being said. So I know sometimes a lot of people like to, well, I think that's mine, that's mine, that's mine. And it's kind of crazy sometimes when some things seem like they can be more than one person's, but up there they're going, hey, yeah, me too. I relate to that. They're up there thinking it's kind of funny. But you're all here anticipating and wanting and really wanting something from them. Make it easy on them because I'm gonna receive it. That's for sure. And you just help them, but if I am if I'm not going to try to make something fit with someone, so I will be the first to say, okay, let's leave it, let me open it up to the group, because I want to keep it moving for you guys to give you more and more, so there are things sometimes that seem they can go. Many people email me the next day and say, I think that was mine too, because it is. Sometimes there's a thought that is going to be more than one person, but I am directly connected to another person's loved one. That probably covers everything that I like to cover when I start. The animals, the names, spirit world first with names always. Middle names, sometimes they bring in those names that um, were supposed to be their name. I've seen that be done more than once. And also rhyming names, so I had Louise the other day, and it was Eloise. I know Lewis or Lois and Louise can get confused. My dog just looked, her name is Lois Lane. No, not you. She's sleeping. I thought she was sleeping. The other thing is them referencing people, like their own friend that's still living, things like that. That happens a lot. So we'll let that unfold as it unfolds. So and it will. All right. So let's get down to business now. We're going to go into the blessing, and then that's when I'll start getting very busy in my inner vision. And I'll start afterwards. I'll just put it all out to you and just acknowledge. You can raise your hand. You can unmute if I'm not catching that you're trying to get my attention. I think you all have the ability to, but please do not do it if I am talking to someone, unless they're really, I'm getting that, I'm just kind of like, okay, maybe this isn't yours, then maybe, open up and, let me know if maybe it could be yours. Because they're really good at showing, no, yes, stay there, stay there, stay there. One more thing, they're going to get me and it's going to make it make sense. So, and know all your parents' names up there, okay? Actually, that girl never even connected to it. Her friend from in the waiting room yelled in and said, I can't take it anymore. Isn't that your father's name? She screamed and I jumped. The only thing I didn't say to her, are you sure it's not your father's name? I thought that would be kind of rude, actually. So I didn't say those words to her. But that was a fun reading. And the biggest, I learned in that session very, very importantly that it didn't get in the way of the communication. He was talking up a storm, making her happy, making her emotional. She was just knew daddy was in the room. And, so it doesn't matter. You can say no all you want. Sometimes when you re-listen is when you actually go, oh my God, that was mine. So it's all good. Nobody gets mad at you up there. They get it. So let's go into our blessing and let it take a life of its own on. Just close your eyes if you can safely. If you can't close your eyes, just find something to gaze at where you can relax your eyelids. And then just bring your awareness into your breath. Flow of your breath. As you inhale and then exhale like you're blowing out a candle. And being careful. Drop your shoulders. You can even drop your chin a little. You're starting to release the tension in the body. Blowing out that candle on the exhale calms the nervous system, helps immensely with anxiousness. Practice it daily if you deal with that. As we breathe and become one with the breath, we will become one with our light deep within the heart. This light you may see, feel, or know you are one with. And you allow this light to illuminate your heart and your whole being, to surround you, creating sacred space to be one with your loved ones in spirit. We are grateful for their presence and love at this time. And quietly think to them something you wish for them to mention if you haven't already. You can do that at any time during the evening. If you prefer to just slow yourself down, doing that breath, and exhaling like you're blowing on a candle and being careful, but also inhaling I, exhaling am. The mantra I as you inhale, am as you exhale. Okay, I got a few things to start with. Ooh, they got me all over the place. So I don't know if anyone has a connection to those dandy potato chip tin things. Remember those round dandies? I saw one of those. Sometimes that could be something you have mom or dad's or your grandmother's. You were looking at a picture of one on social media the other day, but that is not a common object. I don't think I've ever seen it in 28 years. So it used to say dandy and it was potato chips. It was kind of creamy color with black and it was a tin and it was usually pretty big. So I don't know if anyone can acknowledge that. If you don't, we're going to keep moving, but it's probably not going to go away. They won't let that get by us. The other thing is I heard the words, I heard mom, but then I heard the pond. And I felt like she knows I'd go to the pond. So I'm taking it, maybe it's somewhere someone goes to a pond, maybe it's in the yard or a place they used to go to, and that's where you think of them, or something like that, something with the pond. Somebody's trying to get in. Okay. So we don't want to scan anything now, do we? Well, that would be wonderful. Yeah, so does anyone relate to this pond? Because this is kind of holding, like you have a pond, your son would go to the pond, or you go to the pond. Because I definitely feel I have a son saying this. Oh, you can undo. Thank you. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, Beth, I've got our son used to go with me to our farm and the pond, and we would hunt out there. And it's only been just a few minutes ago. That was one of the things I had asked him to to bring to me.
Okay. Well, I can tell you as you clicked on, like, me or waved your hand or whatever you did, I saw like, Dad, God, like, yeah, you know, so there was quite excitement going on in the spirit world. And he's just gonna like lay between you two right now, like pop in and sit back and say, you know, I love you guys so much. You think this makes you feel good? You should be me. And I'm telling you, he's making me cry. He's that happy.
Me too.
He's that happy. And you know, ooh, already I'm getting it. So, you know, some of you know that I've worked with, I don't cry easily. So when your, you know, kids or your people make me cry, they, it's emotion. And it's not bad emotion. I think you already know that. It's very powerful. And that's something in channeling. I don't care if you're, you know, with me or other mediums, a lot of people don't realize that it is emotional for them too. You know, except they're not worried about, is it going to work? Am I going to get them, you know, or is it going to happen? Are they really there? They don't have all those human questions going on, anticipation, expectation. They just don't have that part of it because they're already watching over you, you know, but, and they do things, and I'm sure that you get your own signs, and he's showing me a cardinal on his hand. So I don't know if you've seen one the other day or if that's one of your signs. It is one of the more common, but it's not everybody's. But he
Yeah,
is
that's,
showing me.
We get them sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He laughed and said, "You're going to get more." Is somebody pregnant in the family that he's watching over?
I hope not.
Oh,
We just had a grandbaby in February.
oh, well, is that long? Oh, that's not that long ago. He could be addressing the baby. I mean,
Maybe.
that, you know, that could go either way. I'll leave it to him. I mean, it was definitely felt like pregnancy, new baby. There's nobody that could be getting pregnant, right?
Well, she could, I guess.
Oh, God. Well, you know, maybe pass that on. Is it a boy that was born?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Girl.
Lord, tell them to be. Yeah, because I do feel I'm still with you. I felt like he was being funny. You know, sometimes the young people address their friendships too that are going into those things. And so, you know, I don't know. He's not really made me think it's 100% that one, you know, unless they're already talking about we want another one who hope to have a boy, then they're gonna probably
They
do that.
are. Yeah, they do say that. Yep.
All right, that's
Okay.
what's happening.
Okay.
But I think it could happen sooner than they expect if they, you know. Yeah, so you're all right. He said, "Sorry I made you cry, Mrs. Lynch." She called me Mrs. Lynch. Oh, Aw, it's okay. It's good tears. Now is the name Michael connect to him in any way?
Yeah.
Or
Michael
anyone he
just
watched?
yeah, I've got a real good friend that was close with Garrett when he was here.
And he was just here yesterday.
Yeah, he was just by here yesterday.
All
Yeah.
right. So that's exactly. So, you know, Garrett is showing the group, you know, anyone new, especially on the group, and reminding some who forget how it works in group because they're used to doing privates and then now they're sharing group energy. That happens too, how it works. And because he saw you hanging out with Michael yesterday, he brought his name. Is Michael's father in spirit?
Yes.
Okay, because he said father. So that means, you know, you could go ahead and tell him his father said, but I don't know if he'll believe you. Did he golf or who's the golfer? Where's this?
Yeah, he liked it. He didn't get a chance to play much, but he did like it. I used to take him to the driving range when he was smaller during the summers when I was still teaching school,
Okay.
and he liked that.
Okay. I think that's probably a nice memory, and maybe you were thinking about it or reflecting on it or something, but yeah. He's very proud of himself about the pond, and he kind of crossed his arms. I'm very proud of myself, just for the record.
That he brought
But
it.
see, yeah, you hear me. And he's telling me the lamp, does your light go on and off or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
He said
Yes.
lamp, ding, ding, ding,
He
ding,
does
ding.
it. I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it.
she's been getting that in
Mhm.
our bedroom a few times. Unfortunately, I would scoff at it every now
Yes,
and
he
then
would.
and reaching
Now
out and
you
think,
won't.
I'd say the ball was loose, but it wasn't loose. It was him, and I
I
knew
said
it.
that's spirit. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, he's up there laughing right now, but he's saying, now you won't laugh at it. And you know, it again, their frequency when their spirit energy comes in close or around, and sometimes they can just pass by electrical things and it can happen. You know, so they're not always trying to play, but the way he did it was, you know, he's playing. Yeah. So And he tilts his head. Oh man. He said, Mom, I love you. Happy Mother's Day. Oh God.
Oh, gosh.
I even
thank you.
forgot it was Mother's Day, whenever it was last
Mhm.
weekend. I don't even
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
It was close, yeah. Yeah, so he's giving you that. And he's really hugging you. I love you so much.
Oh, I love you too, baby.
I love you. And yeah. And he just looked at the group and said, okay, beat that. He's challenged everybody up there that they better do as good as he did for you guys. He's a good one. He's a good. How old was he? Can I ask?
26.
Yeah, young. Yeah. Did he have a little stash? What's he talking? He's
Yeah.
going like this. Say
Yeah.
that. Say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Little one. And Dad, I love you. He says, I love you when he gives you a hug.
I love you too, buddy.
He says these words. I'm going to say it just like this, just like he said. Of course, I don't change anything. He said, thank you for keeping me alive. Because you do.
Yeah.
You help him. You've helped him. You know, it's hard on them when all you need is, when they watch us grieve, they watch us grieve. They see it, they know we have to. It's okay. It's not hurting them up there. But boy, I'll tell you, when, those words just say a lot, because you do. Because sometimes in grief, it's very easy to do it the other way. So your son is helping other kids. He said, I'm helping other kids.
I wanted to know that. Yeah. That's
I'm
one of my
helping
things
other,
I
that's
wanted
what
to
he's
ask.
saying. And he has a tendency to help younger ones, like teens and early 20s too. So dealing with things that he dealt with, that's what he says. Okay. I'm helping him. You can be proud of me.
We are proud.
Absolutely.
All right. And he goes, he said he better sit down now or the ghosts may get mad at him. He's got a great sense of humor, but
Yes, he did.
they're spirits.
Sure
I know,
does.
the spirits aren't going to get mad at him. They're probably all, yeah, they are. They're all clapping for him right now. He's getting a lot of a great attention. So whatever you guys put out to him, obviously, and he ain't going away. So, don't leave, unless you feel you got enough, but he's, he may throw something more at you. Anyone have someone by the name of Elvin or Elvin, Elvin, Al, something Elvin or something that would rhyme with that? That's not a very common name. And spirit world first, if not living. Spirit first, if not living, please. Elvin. Oh, somebody's got Elvin. ELV. Nobody has a name with connection to that. It's very strong. I don't know how else to pronounce. Sometimes it's the way it's pronounced, but Elvin. Elvin. Middle name, last name. Nobody can relate to that name, huh? It's very strong. It's almost like they won't even let me move forward. They will eventually, but right now they're really pushing it. Carol Gibbs, is there anything with you in that name? No one's name that rhymes with it or anything? What about when you hear Alice? You have an Alice? I feel I'm with you, so I'm gonna. You're still muted. You know how to unmute? No. Oh, there you are. Do you have an Alice? There's still an L.
Yes, Alice.
All right. And do you have a spouse in spirit or just who's whose husband? Do you have a friend whose husband's there then? Because I'm hearing husband.
You're hearing what?
Husband.
My cousin's husband is in spirit.
Okay. I don't know if who's the Alice?
Alice was a friend of mine at church.
Okay. Who has she lost?
Well, her significant other.
That's her husband then.
Okay.
Because we were right there with Alice. in that
Okay.
moment. I'm sure
Yeah,
your
that was-
cousin's husband could be sitting there,
Yeah, that
but
was
I
Bob.
know for, yeah, I'm
Bob.
sure Alice, because I'm hearing Alice and then getting the word husband. All right, so that's her. All right, and is your dad in spirit? 'Cause I'm still
Yeah.
getting a male around you.
Yeah.
Okay. Was he a gardener or worked in the yard?
Oh, he loved working in the yard. Yes.
Yeah, 'cause he's got some things going here. He's moving the dirt around, saying it's time to plant. So
Yeah.
I don't know if there's something you actually plant this time of year, or he would always do if you don't, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a lot of yard work, and he loved pansies. Yeah, I
Okay.
always make sure we have pansies.
Okay. And mom's there too? Is she a tea drinker? Who's my tea drinker?
Oh yeah, she loved tea. Yeah.
Okay. That's your mom then telling you she's here with us. And who was the wheelchair person?
Ah, gosh. Well, we've had several in wheelchairs.
There's someone who passed though?
Well,
Like,
my mom was in a wheelchair the latter months.
okay. That could be her. I could, sometimes they bring something like, it's just part of their memory. They're not really here. They're not in the wheelchair now, that's for sure. Oh no, she's alive and kicking, she said. And oh, she just said something cute. She goes, I like that young man that just talked. I like him. Just like
He
that. So
would do that.
yeah, it sounds like your mom. I like that young man. He's
Yeah.
a smart one, she said. He's a smart one. Aw. All right, so that's that. And do you have a Flo or a Florence spirit first, if not living?
I'm
No
not
one,
coming up with a Florence. So,
no one living?
uh,
Is there some connection to church and baking? Do you do something for the church and bake?
we're baking right now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, I don't know if that's where the Florence would come in, but there is somebody that would want to mention that. So is there someone from church that passed that you wonder if they're going to be here? Or
Mm,
is there a pastor or something also that passed?
Uh, no, no. Let's see, who would mention that? Let me think about that. Well, Alice would mention it for sure. She,
Okay.
let me think.
Who's, like you either have the prayer book or the Bible, you have it. Is that mom or grandma's or somebody like
Yeah,
that?
it's the family Bible. I do.
Okay. So they're acknowledging that. Okay. Yeah. That's nice. Um, do you have a Tony or an Anthony?
Yeah, that's definitely. He came forward last time.
Oh, okay.
He's
All
making
right.
sure I know he's here, doesn't he?
I'm sure. I actually hear there's 3 Tonys in the spirit world here tonight.
Oh my
So
word.
you got yours and they got one up there too. So we're going to go there and then we're going to have another one somewhere because I hear there's 3 Tonys in the room. That's what I was just told. So, and Carol, who liked to dance? Like, doo, doo, doo.
Um, actually, I'm gonna say Alice again because
Oh,
she was feisty right to the end. She
Mhm.
wanted to make sure that she got to her grandson's wedding,
mm-hmm.
and
Oh, okay.
she was fighting cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor said, "Oh, didn't expect she'd last that long." Boy, she did, and she really kicked up her heels for dancing.
I can't believe you just said in my head, I was hearing kicked up my heels. And you said the words that I was getting from her. So she's a whippersnapper. That's all I'm gonna say. That's her. That's her energy.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I love you, she said. I love you.
Oh, I love her too.
Mm-hmm. And get some sunshine on your shoulders, she said the same.
Oh, okay.
You get outside much? You got some
Oh,
sunshine going
well,
on?
I do. I do.
All right. So it's probably not, if you do, she's not telling you you need more. I think she's acknowledging that you do, that you like to.
Yeah.
Mhm. Do you have a dog that you lost that used to run like a lot?
Yeah.
He was running, or she, I don't know.
Yeah,
Running.
both girls. Yeah. Oh gosh, yes. She would chase her frisbee until she practically dropped. She loved her
Oh,
frisbee.
Yeah, it's just like, whoop,
Oh, yeah.
run,
Quick,
whoop, run back by me.
we,
Yeah. I can't even see the color. That's how fast. I just know it's running. Yeah.
I
Aw,
miss her.
aw. Well, and I'm just here to tell you, you're never alone.
Oh, thank you.
You're never alone. Do you have a Frank too?
Oh, God.
Eh,
Yeah, it's my sister's husband, but he's on Earth.
who is she in spirit?
Yeah,
Then that's your sister. She
yeah,
probably, yeah, she got spouses a lot of times will say the living spouse name to show I'm here too. Yeah,
yeah. I miss her terribly.
yeah. Um, I love you. She said, I'm always, that was her saying, you're never alone. She was the one saying that.
Thank you.
And she says, don't worry about me. I'm fine.
I do, though.
You don't have to worry about her, Carol. She just said it. Tell her not to worry about me.
Okay, I
You
won't.
you don't just miss her all you want, but don't worry about her. There's a difference.
Okay.
She goes, I'm in heaven. What are you worried about? I'm safe and everything's free. That's what she told me to tell you. I'm safe and everything's free. And your mother and her are hugging.
Oh, great.
Mm. Was she a crocheter, or if not, who?
No, my grandma was.
Okay, so she's making sure you know she's there too. Yeah, I mean, I could see the blanket, like it's like very
Oh, blankets, my friend Diana.
okay. Thank you. Yeah, it was a blanket.
She did beautiful
Hmm.
blankets and
Hmm.
scarves. I
Hmm.
lost several right in a row, unfortunately.
Hmm. Well, as Spirit says, we're not lost. We know where we are. You know, and they understand you feel that, but that kind of helps you not to hold that energy of you lost them.
Mhm.
Um, who's that one? Alice, she said, well, I'll tell you, when you do get here, you'll laugh at all the time you wasted worrying about everything. And she means, and
Yeah.
I mean about everything. You can't take money with you, so don't worry about that. All right. She says, I'm telling everybody that. That's for everybody. Oh my God, she's funny. Alice is funny.
Yeah,
Who,
she was
who was she to you? I forgot.
a friend at church. Yeah,
A
she
friend
was
at
just
church.
a lovely, lovely person.
Mhm.
She
Yeah.
fought
Mhm. And by the way, God and Jesus, they didn't give us that sickness. That's a human thing.
hard.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, you know, there are times people wonder why would God make us sick, or why would God, you know, make someone struggle like that? No, it's human conditions doing that.
Yeah,
Evolution, and it's
she
a
was
lot of
she was so strong, and
mhm.
I
You don't
admire.
want, she just don't want nobody blaming God for that because she's
Yeah, that's how she would
happy.
be. Yeah,
Hmm. Wow. And it's true. It's a beautiful, beautiful message. Well, thank you, Carol, for letting me come to you.
thank you.
Hmm. Um, there's another Tony. I think I'm going right up above there. So why don't you guys unmute?
Mhm.
And I'm hearing, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
good and
Yeah,
you?
so I'm just hearing, I'm here, I'm here. And this is your Tony, I guess. And but I also see a mother energy around. So whose mom is in spirit?
That's my mom's mom.
Okay, all right. And she's somebody better put the coffee on, she said.
That's my mom. Good.
All right, so she wants that coffee on. Okay. And she wants to smell it. If she misses anything, it's coffee. Okay. Because, you know, they don't feel like they miss us because, you know, they're with us. They feel they're with us anyways. You know, it's hard for us sometimes, but they do feel they're with us. And she says, I love you all so much, and say those butterflies. So do you guys see butterflies and wonder if butterflies are a sign?
My whole bathroom is butterflies, and I see butterflies, and I make a wish, and I watch them go to the sky.
All right.
I
Well, keep
watch
on
them.
doing it. She said, I'm getting the message. She said, I'm getting the
Aw.
message. I love you and I'm okay. I don't want no one to worry. Just like that lady said, she said, don't worry about anything, money. Don't worry. Just be happy. She says, be happy. And did he just get a new bike or something? The young man behind, or wants a new bike, or?
No, he's gonna get a new bike.
Oh, she didn't want to blow the surprise or anything, but she wanted you to know that she does hear those things.
Yep, he's getting one.
Mhm. Yep, you're getting a bike.
Go stand by your brother. I just looked at him again today in the store. Cause
Oh
he's
my
getting one.
gosh, that's awesome. Yep, because you weren't shopping by yourself, she said, see? But
Oh,
we want to get those A's and B's now. Who isn't getting A's and B's? Somebody's got to get some A's and B's.
she went back upstairs,
My niece.
my
Well, you
granddaughter.
better tell her, get those A's and B's.
Yeah, I
Right.
will. Oh, I tried to make her stay down here, but she left.
That's all right. She's still gonna get her message, it sounds like. Does somebody have a gerbil?
They have guinea pigs.
Oh, that's probably what it is. I'm seeing the little face and, you know,
Yes.
what they look like. Yes, okay, that's that. So she sees that, so she says, I bet they're all gonna behave themselves now. They know I'm watching.
My mom can see you guys.
And yes, they can. And who's your Tony? Is that a dad energy?
That's
That's-
my brother. That's her son.
My son, their dad.
All right, and he's in spirit?
Yes.
Yeah. Is dad with him too, though? What's this dad vibe I'm getting to?
Maybe your dad.
Oh,
No?
my dad.
Okay, so you got okay, that's what's happening. I'm getting your dad too, and I'm getting Tony, and he's emotional. He wants to give you a hug and say, I love you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm okay. I'm okay.
He has nothing to be sorry for.
Well, he's going to say
Nothing.
what he needs to say to you too. And remember, it's what he just told me to tell you. I'm going to say what I need to say too.
That's
And I
okay.
love you guys, and I'm okay. And he said, tell her the tattoo.
What?
Must be his face.
Oh,
Oh, he's got a tattoo on his face?
she told him not to do it. He
And he
did
did
it
it.
anyway.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can erase those ones that you don't like here, he said, and he laughed.
You know, it's funny. Our other brother, he had a dream about him after he passed away, and he said he was clean of tattoos. He had no
He said he had
tattoos.
no
All right, well,
tattoos.
that's probably a little message toward, even share that with the brother that they can be erased.
Aw.
That's cute. He goes, I love you guys and I'm okay. And these people are great. They're helping me. They're showing me this, I will hear you. I will hear you.
I talk to him all the time.
Mhm. And he said, say the closet. So do you guys got something in the closet of his or?
I do.
Mm-hmm. And he's also showing me like a bike tire. Is there something about tires?
Bike tires.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
You don't have did he used to ride a bike?
If he could get a hold of one, yeah.
It's a reference to something about him, but he's focused on the tires for some reason. So I don't know if there's a story
I'm
about
not
a bike
sure.
that rode it with a flat tire or something. I don't know, but he's just got
I
me
don't know.
zoomed in on it. And there's something about the color green.
That's my favorite color.
Okay, so he's giving you that, I would say, because I hear say green, say green. And I didn't see anything.
That's his,
heard say
that's
green.
his favorite color.
Oh yeah, this is
Not
that's
both
his
of them,
son.
and that's for both. Oh, he's got green shorts on. All
Yeah.
right, so
That's his
that's for both.
son.
That's for both of you. Okay,
Aw.
the favorite color, I would say. And he gives you a rose. Mom, here's a rose for Mother's Day. And he
Oh,
did.
thank you.
Yeah. And he says cell phone. Say the cell phone. Did somebody have his cell phone?
His phone. You have it.
I have both his cell phones.
Okay. Yeah. He didn't say anything more about him, but he did say the cell phone. Say the cell phone.
I have them.
And he put a kiss on your cheek and said thank you.
Aw. I
And
feel him quite a bit.
good. He never stop. That's what they want.
I know when he's laying next to me in my bed. I know when he sits down next to me. I feel it.
That's a great trust you give him. Is there something about a trampoline?
Oh my God. When our cousin Arnez passed away, he was jumping on this trampoline, and I have videos of him, and it was just a moment, quite a happy moment.
So Arnez was the one that passed and he was the one jumping, or?
Yes.
This was before Tony obviously passed away. Arnez passed
That would be
away.
our Nez saying hello too, because it's bringing in two spirit.
Hey,
Okay.
Ned.
Yeah. So that's what's happening. What is it? Arnez?
Arnez, yeah.
That might have been my Alvin. That's a little
Maybe.
reachy, but it's kind of close. It's a consonant off R and L, which is usually it rhymes a little more, but I could see that almost would be because it was very strong. And you know,
Yes,
when
Tony,
trying to
Tony
get
and
their letters
Arnez
in,
are,
they can be a letter off. And Arnez, a little reachy, but if nothing
The
else.
two of them were very close.
yes.
Okay, good. Well, thank you for letting me come to you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You're welcome. Does somebody have a Dominic? Dom? May have Dominic? Mary Beth, is there a Dominic connection to you? Why do I feel I'm up there? Anyone living? All right, I just feel I'm up in that area. Jen, what about you? There's no Dom, even if they're living? I see a Jen. I'm going by the name I see on the screens. I don't know if that's your name sometimes or not. Who's got the brother energy over there? In the right side, Rachel, Jen. There's brother. Do you have a brother in spirit? I'm hearing the word brother and I'm very over there. The only other one I would go to is that Lori name. I don't know who you are. If one of you have a brother energy or you have your brothers, someone close to your brothers in spirit. Mary Beth, I was wondering if it was going to you, but I don't think that is. There's somebody saying brother, and I'm right. Rachel, Lori, do you have a brother living? How about you, Lori? Do you want to answer? Because Rachel's saying no, so I'm not gonna. Or Jen's saying, oh, Rachel,
I have two living brothers.
Oh, there we go.
Rachel, you
I
do?
have
That's so
two living
weird. Rachel,
brothers.
I was looking at Lori and said, Rachel, we're with you. You definitely stay unmuted. That is bizarre to me. I didn't even notice your name on the screen. I was looking saying Lori and Rachel came out of my mouth. So somebody is getting me to you for sure. All right. That was like a takeover. That's how that is. All right. So yeah, what's going on here? You said you have two brothers living.
Yes.
Is there any dominant connection to them, a friend, even if he's living?
The only Dominic I know is my husband's nephew, but he's living.
Who's the closest to him in spirit?
I'm not very familiar.
That could be
with
what this is. That could
Yeah.
be. I mean, I'm not going to try to make it, unless they say something more and it's somebody from your husband's side because it
Yeah.
rings, they're there. Now, when I'm talking, I'm getting the word father. Is your father in spirit or is your husband's
Yes.
father in spirit? Your dad is?
Mhm.
All right, then we're talking to your dad. I don't know if your husband's dad is too, but I'm with you.
Dominic.
That's where I put it. Yeah. And he wants to give you a hug. Tell her I'm giving her a hug. I love you. I'm okay. All right. And you are making the right decisions. He goes, I need to tell you. So whatever things you're trying to decide, you need to trust. Okay. Maybe you have 5 things, 50 things, one thing, just trust. You are doing the right thing. I feel like you might have walked in wondering if you were doing the right thing about something, because I just feel he's so adamant about it. And he goes,
Yeah.
sweetheart, I love you. I'm okay. Now, if he didn't have COVID, is there somebody else that had COVID? I don't know if they passed from it. I mean, my first thought is
I feel
maybe
like
they did, but sometimes there's someone who just had they're just watching over someone who dealt with it, and it doesn't have to be now. I mean, they don't feel.
no. I mean, I think we've all kind of had COVID, but I don't think I've not been personally like traumatically affected, and I don't know anyone immediately close to me who's been kind of, really affected by it.
Why am I hearing your mother? Your mother. What's up with your mother?
She's not feeling well.
All right.
So, but
Go ahead.
she lives like so I'm in Texas and she's in New York, and so we talk kind of on and off, not a lot. The last time I talked to her, she said she wasn't feeling good, and that she was having a
Mhm.
hard time breathing, but I'm going to be there in a
Mm.
couple weeks. So,
Mhm. Okay.
um,
I mean, I don't know.
yeah,
Is he saying it's COVID? I don't know. Or did she get tested maybe and he's just acknowledging that
he's,
he's watching over?
she had mentioned she was kind of struggling to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
was something that she said.
Yeah. Well, he's watching over it. And, obviously with that particular virus, that is an issue.
Yeah.
So maybe encourage her to get tested and whatever it is, he is watching and that is what he's
Okay.
saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there someone where the letter L comes into play? I don't know what his name is, but the letter L is right in front of my eyes. Lucy, Lucy and Lori, they don't even rhyme, but I want to go with Lucy. Is there a Lucille or a Lulu or Lucy spirit first, if not living? And as I'm saying that, I'm hearing the words best
Mm-mm.
friend. Do you have a best friend in spirit or a best friend living that lost somebody and that name could connect?
I can't think of
Do you
anything.
have more than one best friend? Some people do, but
I do.
Mhm.
I actually
All
have
right,
a
so
few of
then
them in
yeah.
here. One who's passed.
Then it would be the one that passed for
Yeah,
sure.
her name, that wasn't her name though. Her name was Jessica.
Mhm. Oh, that's all right. We let the names. She
Oh,
could have
okay.
a grandmother, Lucy. You could end up finding that
Oh,
out,
okay.
But
Oh,
for her
okay.
to give me
Yeah.
her title, best friend, she's saying best friend. Like say best
Oh,
friend, best friend. All right, yeah. So that would be her coming forward then. Okay, and she's jumping up and down. And did she wear a uniform for work, or do you? What's this uniform feel?
I wear a uniform for work.
Yeah. Okay. So she's
I wear
acknowledging your.
scrubs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I was gonna say they're blue, so I don't know if your scrubs are the uniform seems blue. Okay.
It's,
All right.
yeah, it's like a dark purple.
Okay. So that's her acknowledging it. Okay. Your work, I
Hmm.
guess, and what you do. And maybe I don't know if she knew that on Earth, but she does now. And if she did know, maybe she worked with you. I don't know those kind of details, but she is acknowledging that for sure. Um, the other thing is, is there a move going to take place or
Yeah. Yeah.
is it,
That's what I'm going through that right now.
all right. So
I'm,
your move.
I'm moving home.
Okay, so you're moving back home. Okay. So
Hmm.
that could be your dad, it could be your best friend still. They're going to be sitting next to each other, whether they knew each other on Earth, I
Yeah.
don't know. They will be all to kind of your groups kind of sit together up there. And she says, I love you, and I'm okay, I'm okay. All right. And tell her the
Okay.
car, and she's laughing. I don't know what's funny about it, but is there funny
The
stories about you two driving around or something?
yeah. Yeah. I think it's probably one of the last pictures that I have where
Okay.
we turned 16. Yeah. In a
Mm-hmm.
car taking pictures.
Okay.
Hmm.
So she's acknowledging that. So I don't know when you were looking at that picture, because sometimes that's a moment in time too, that they
Yeah.
want to acknowledge. She makes me feel that movie Thelma and Louise, like you guys are funny.
It was a convertible.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I know the ending of that movie isn't the best, but we
Well,
don't see that part. We just know they're happy and someday you'll ride in a convertible again, she said, in heaven. And she is watching over. Is there something about a baby? Well, there is. She's saying the baby.
brother's baby.
All right. Is the baby
He's
in
in the
spirit?
um no, no, the baby right now. My brother just had a baby and it's in the NICU. It's been in the
Okay.
NICU for the past month.
All right. So that's an acknowledgement to watching over that baby. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's probably your dad, I would say. He's touching its feet. He's bringing healing to it. I don't know what's up with
The
the feet.
baby's having breathing problems. I remember now.
Mm,
That's interesting. Okay.
interesting.
That's why he's coming off the oxygen and everything. He was born
Mhm.
a month early and he came off and my mom said he's doing good and then he's back on and she's like, I just don't understand what's going on. Like I don't know why like she's kind of confused with all that's going on. So that's
Yeah.
interesting. But yeah,
But I just see your dad like rubbing the baby's feet and, you know, like the
he's
life
there.
force
Yeah.
energy, keeping it going. You know, I feel like I really feel he wants to say it'll be okay. I can tell you
Yeah.
spirit doesn't know everything, but that's good when they can give you that kind of comment. I don't think they would say anything if they didn't think it was going to be. But when
Okay.
you think of that baby, do you get to go in and see, oh, the baby's in a different, you're not in the same.
Yeah, I haven't got to see the baby yet. No,
Mhm,
the
mhm.
baby's in New York, and like an hour from the family. So
Okay.
it's taking a lot to get everybody up there, and there's
All
other
right. Well, dad
kids,
is
and
on duty.
yeah,
Don't tell them
he's
dad
there.
is on
Good.
duty. All right.
Good.
Yeah.
I'll tell him.
Something about this baby's feet, the stimulation. I don't know anything, you know, when they show
Okay.
something physical, maybe tell your brother and whoever, like, if they get to put their little hands in there to rub those soles of those feet, that's a life force thing, gets it
Okay.
going and just supports the energy of the child. I don't feel they're saying it, that baby needs it. I'm just feeling it's
Yeah.
something that's good to do. It's good to do with little babies, you know, feet are
Hmm.
grounding and they feel
My
more.
mom used to rub our feet.
There
Yeah.
it is.
Yep. It's good.
Okay, good. Well, thank you, Rachel. Wish you all
Thank
the best.
you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. You're welcome. Remember, they don't go away. Um, the Jen, do you have a mother energy or a grandmother you were close to in spirit you were hoping for tonight? You can undo then, because I'm hearing as I'm looking at you, that's coming in. Oh, you're still muted. Let me see if I give you the. There it is. Oh, I might have muted you by mistake.
It's okay.
There you go. Is your mom or grandmother? Who's this woman that wants to come in and give you a rose real quick? Not real quick, but it came in real quick.
Yeah, I have a mom and a grandma in
Okay.
spirit.
Okay, so is there something about the flower, the rose with one of them, or you get some, I don't know, for Mother's Day, I don't know, but they did show the rose. It's a very big red rose. So there's a push to it. Okay. Sometimes they loved them. You gave them, you know, I don't know why, but I know I'm seeing it. And your mother wants to touch your face and say, hello, I'm okay. I love you, like that. I love you. And is there something about always having a little glass of water next to her bed or something, or always having to sip on the water? Well, I think it's water. I don't know. It's clear. Who
I don't
always has
know.
a little glass of water? Like this is like a personality thing. Do you?
No. I
It's
probably
just
should
like
drink more water, but no, it's not me.
it's like just when somebody has a little glass of water sitting by them a lot, you know, and it's always there. That's somebody's personality. I mean, you know, like if they did it, if one of them did it, but if not, is it someone living that they're watching over? I don't know.
Yeah, that would be who I call my mom, who's technically my aunt. Um, she always has water. That's all she drinks is water. It's constantly with her.
Okay, then that's them acknowledging her and that they see this connection. Obviously, I don't know if you had that when they were living, but that's why that's being said. Also, is her husband in spirit or whose spouse is? I'm getting the word husband.
Probably my grandpa. And the rose thing would be I have a tattoo of a rose for my grandma.
And that's what that was. Okay, thank you. And is the name Anne mean anything to you?
And mm,
Anna,
not that,
Annie?
not that I can think of.
No? Still feels like I'm with you, but that name is holding.
Annie. What would rhyme with Annie? Annie. Well,
Annie, Anna.
I don't know. My kids call my mom Nana, Nanny.
Oh, that's close. I don't want to reach, but because of the way it just stopped and it wouldn't move, it was like them saying to me, "No, that's it, that's it." And Anna is like in Nana, so I'll
Right.
leave it there. If it isn't it, they have a great way of adding something and making you go, "Oh my God, I know who that is now." You know. So, but I think that's where we could, because it wouldn't move. It was almost like she stopped, like that ain't going anywhere. And she's the one called Nana up there.
No,
Oh, the
my
one
mom,
living.
my mom here that's living. Yeah.
Okay. That could definitely be what that's about, but I don't feel 100%, but they're definitely not adding anything to make it seem like it needed more to go somewhere else. So I guess we'll leave it there. And is
Sandy?
this, what is it?
Maybe a Sandy?
Is she in spirit?
Yeah.
I actually feel more stronger with that. It's right in the name, like Andy, Annie, Andy. Yes. Let's go there. I think that's where we're gonna go. Did she like cats?
Yes.
All right, then
Everything.
that's her. Because she's going like this and she's petting one. All right, so there's definitely a cat in the spirit world that she loved. If there's more than one, then I'm sure they're there. But she's saying, say cat, you know? So that's
Yeah.
her.
So I was
And
just talking about a blanket that I have of hers the other day that has cats all over it.
oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, that would probably been coming next. Blanket. She says, hello, and like that. She's all excited. So, is there anyone that would play that game croquet? Is there a memory, or you seem kind of young for that game, but I mean, it's out
That could
there.
be my grandma and my grandpa, or it even could be my nana.
They used to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like, just say this, and I'm seeing the little mallet and everything. And all right, so that's their memory then. God, I haven't seen it. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I recognize it, but what it is. But yeah, I used to have those little metal things and stick them in the grass. Oh my God, that's funny. And do you have a John in spirit?
John.
Johnny, Jonathan, Johnny. Say Johnny. Any Johnny living?
No, not I can't think of a Johnny.
All right. Does anyone have a Johnny in spirit? John? Can someone acknowledge that name, John? Because it's kind of
I
strong.
have a grandfather, John,
Who said that?
Lori.
Oh, okay. And he's crossed?
He has.
All right. So we might be moving then. I don't know if he's someone you expected here tonight, but I am hearing that name. And I'm also hearing something about mother. So is your mom in spirit too? Or would
My
this,
mom is living.
is this John connect to your mom in some way?
John is my mother's stepfather.
Then that's why I would be hearing the title then, if
Okay.
mom is still
Yep.
living. If
Yep.
she was in spirit, I know it would be there, but no. So he's making that affiliation for us,
Okay.
for you, I should say. And all right. And also you do you have a Joseph, Joey?
My grandmother's second husband was a Joseph.
Yeah,
I believe his past, but I don't
is your
know
grandmother
anything
there
about
too? And did she wear dentures if she's, or is there another grandmother that wore the dentures?
Yeah, I have two grandmothers there that wore dentures.
And they both did. All right. Well, one of them showed themselves and, made me see grandmother, but then took the teeth out. So, they
Yeah,
don't need them up there, but, they're beautiful teeth now. And,
it's funny you say that because shortly after my grandmother died back in 1989, I had a dream about her shortly after she passed, and she had turned her head toward me in her casket and took out her top teeth.
all right, that would be that grandmother doing it then, because
Okay.
she knows that you had that dream. Oh my God, the things that they bring through. That's so funny.
That is
And
funny.
yeah, that is funny. So, well, that's her. And is there someone who made a good like sloppy Joe or goulash or something?
Oh gosh. Yeah, there was like something we called it slop.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a casserole sort of thing that I think my grandma was the first one to make that.
All right. Is that grandmother the one that we're talking to, or is that the other grandmother
That's the grandmother that we're talking about.
with the teeth? Okay.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when there's two grandparents up there, they're really close together with showing
Yeah.
things to make sure I'm here too now,
Okay.
Um, yeah. So, and the name Peggy keeps coming.
That's my mom.
All right. But she's living?
She is living.
Okay. So that's an acknowledgement to your mom again.
Yes.
Is her mom the closest to her in spirit?
Probably. My mom also has a sister that had
Oh.
passed away a long time ago, and her brother passed away several years ago.
Oh, there's the word brother I was getting. Remember, you might not have heard me, but I was saying the word brother's coming in over in the corner. Lori, that was you. Then that's probably what that was. But
Okay.
it got us over to Rachel because all of a sudden Rachel's name just came out of my mouth, so we went to Rachel. So that's how spirit keeps it moving, you guys. They know how to let something. Okay, let it be for a minute. No, this one's next. This one's going. So that I bet was connected to your mom,
Okay.
because it was a title being yelled out and it was like right there in that corner. It's
Mhm.
like, and I went down to you, but anyways, all right. So that's an acknowledgement. You can have a lot of messages for your mom tonight, I bet. And is there something about a ceiling that you have an issue with or your mom does? Like almost like if something's leaking or, I don't know. Or you
I'm
did get it fixed
sorry.
already. It doesn't mean it has to be an issue right now.
Well, I had a leaky roof a couple years ago and had a new roof put on.
All right. So who do you think would care about that in the spirit world? Because there's
My
probably a lot of
dad.
people.
My
Okay.
dad.
All right. That's who would care about that. Yeah. Because I was gonna
Yeah.
say a lot of people in spirit world really don't care. You had to get a new roof.
Yeah. My dad would want to have a talk about it.
Yeah, there you go. That would be your dad bringing that in. And also, is there a small picture that you have of him? I don't know if I'd say maybe it's close to you right now, but if not, something you do see a lot.
I do. I have a picture of my dad dressed up as a clown on the table that I'm looking at right now.
All right.
It
He's laughing at that. And he touches his forehead and he thinks it makes you laugh and that makes him happy.
does.
Yeah. He says, I love you, sweetheart. Don't you
Oh,
worry. You're another one down there worrying too much. We all see you're worrying.
I
I
worry
say,
all the time.
all right, listen, worry is low frequency or negative thinking, which is negative light thinking, which is worst case scenario thoughts going through conditions and experiences that 95% of it won't happen.
Yeah.
But the 5% you might need the strength for, you've drained your battery.
Right. Right.
I always say, write your worries down, put them on a piece of paper, fold the paper, put let go on it. Don't open that paper again. If you think of more worries, do it on another piece of paper. Every night you say, I've let you go, let God, something.
Yeah.
God could take him, he already would have. And we won't say when I told my son God and he when he was 3 years old and he looked at me and he said, Mommy, God's not a he. So he put his hand, I go, who is God? What is God? And he put his hand on his heart, took a deep breath and God's a feeling, Mommy. God's a
Aw.
feeling. Yeah.
Aw.
3 years old. So, patting his heart as he was saying it. So,
Aw.
yeah. So, I don't know. I just felt to share that real quick, but, take the advice of that little exercise. Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot me a text or an email and I'll send you the let go meditation, the
Okay.
mist meditation, which can be
Okay.
very good. If anyone's interested, just email me and I'll send you the mist meditation. Is that on my website when you sign the news up for the newsletter? It might be. But I'm not sure. So you'd better off just texting me the 888 number and I can send it right over to you. And then you can start
Okay.
letting go of some stuff because
Good.
it's important. Okay. And your dad said something about Christmas. So I don't know if that's a special time or a time he passed or the last time you saw, but he did show it.
Yeah. He used to get a kick out of passing out the presents. And I
Mm,
think about that every year.
all right. And he says, it's okay to think about me and it's okay to cry, but you don't got to worry about me. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep that in mind. Those are Dad's words. Um, Mary Beth, I think I'm coming up to you. I know I am. The young man I'm getting, your son, obviously, I'm aware of him up in spirit world. Is there something about swimming? He's showing me swimming. Like this looks like a good swimming, like someone knows what they're doing. Is that something he did or a brother or somebody else?
Yeah, I'm living near
the beach. He always enjoyed the pool at his condo. And then we're getting ready to open our pool.
That could
So-
be what he's talking about. I
Mhm.
mean, I could see him acknowledging the condo. I don't know if he actually really strongly swam. It's almost like when you can see the back and the kind of athletic build. So I don't know if he looked that way, but
Yeah, I mean, maybe, at one time when he
mhm.
worked out, he had like a swimmer's build, but he was
Yeah,
mostly a
that-
lazy swimmer
Mhm. And I think that's a reference to that, but also a double feel about maybe opening the pool and showing you he
Mhm.
sees, and he's
Yeah.
he's saying that, Mom, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. You have to understand that your voice is heard.
Aw.
So I know you do a lot advocating for, let me say it, fentanyl, and the laws and stuff. So is acknowledging that. And he's showing me a sign, and he's clapping. Is there some sign?
Well, we're getting ready to launch a big billboard campaign.
Yeah, but we just
And
got
we-
a new car.
Yeah, and then we also got magnets for our cars that just came yesterday.
Okay. So, because
Yeah.
he's saying the sign, and
Faces on
and probably that's affiliated, I guess, in the same thing, because he's like, the sign feels big. Now, I don't know
Yeah,
how big
the bill-
store signs
yeah.
are, the car signs are, but yeah, this feels
The
big
billboard.
too. So he's acknowledging that. Okay.
Yeah.
And he goes, "You guys are the best. You guys are the best." And
So are you.
he says, "I'm proud of you. You're coming along, Mom. You're coming along. I promise." Just wants to
Try-
hug you.
Aw.
I know you do. And I'm just hugging you, Mom, and tell her I'm giving her a hug. He says, "Beth, tell her I'm hugging her. I'm hugging her." And he knows that, no, there's another acknowledgement to Mother's Day, and he's giving you.
Aw.
Was there a cake or something given recently? Was there I don't know if it's a birthday cake. I don't know. I don't even know. I almost want to say I don't think it's birthday. I think it's a cake for something else.
No.
It was like the cake. Say the cake. Is there something with his father with the cake? Ate a cake? Had a piece of cake for dessert? I don't know. It's just like the cake.
Well, maybe we haven't eaten some cheesecake lately.
Well,
Been on a cheesecake kick, so maybe.
and I don't know if it's sitting there in front of you or not, but that's probably what he's referencing. And Daddy too.
Oh yeah. Yep.
When you
Yep.
said, "Oh yeah," I heard him say, "Oh yeah." They're very in sync with your word, you guys' words tonight. Kind of interesting. I don't catch that always. And is there something about playing tennis? Does somebody play tennis?
No, but I'm over here. No, but the
No,
only
the
thing
tennis
we
ball?
did was with the tennis balls. We found his tennis balls, and his brothers were in the basin helping me organize. So they, I don't know if they each took a can of his tennis balls or not, but we were kind of chatting
Yes.
with them.
Because we did play occasionally at his condo,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
each got one of his tennis rackets too.
Yeah. When
Well-
did that tennis ball thing happen?
Mother's
Saturday.
Day.
Oh, Mother's Day. Yeah.
Mother's
Yeah,
Day.
that was very recent. And, to me, and I know they always say it doesn't have to be one or the other because all of those are relevant. But being that those tennis balls were just found just on Mother's Day, I definitely feel it's like that's the number one. And then the other things could definitely be part of it too. 'Cause,
Sure.
Yeah,
they're
he
up
was
there having
there.
a memory. Yeah, but that was so recent. So that was an acknowledgement to Mother's Day too.
Aw.
Yeah. And he's got quite the personality. He says, "How you doing, Dad? I love you." Yeah. I mean, he's not trying to be flip. He's just, that's what I want to say to my dad.
Right.
I love you, Dad.
Yeah.
Aw.
What's up with you guys tonight with your people making me get emotional? Like, I'm very emotional. I cry even.
Just one of those
And
nights.
yeah. And I love you guys.
You, buddy.
And salt and pepper shakers, are they in front of you or something? Did you buy new ones? I don't know what's going on
No.
with
Well,
Maybe your hair.
thanks.
Why are you getting salt and pepper hair? You can't see it from here.
No,
Oh my
I
God. Were
just
you
removed the salt and pepper.
He just did
Oh
his
my
first
God, he's gotta
ever
be busting you,
dye
Dad.
job.
Yeah, yeah. He's
'Cause-
probably, because I'm hearing salt and pepper shaker, but you know, I can see that being a funny kind of dig, if you will.
Yeah, he loved
Good
it.
dig.
He would have
And,
loved it.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so funny. And what about a boat ride? I'm seeing a boat, like actually seeing an engine of a boat.
Oh. Well, we always talked about getting a boat.
Yeah, we've always thought about it, but we just, it was on the list and we just never got to it while he was still here.
Yeah.
So it'll be on the list again.
It could be the acknowledgement. Maybe you were thinking about it or it passed through
Oh,
your
yeah.
mind.
Yeah,
And then you were watching videos today of people trying to get their boats in the water.
right,
There it is. That's
Yeah.
it. That's a reference to today.
right. It
Yeah.
was.
And he
Yeah.
says, Dad, you gotta have enough horsepower. Remember I said that.
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
Oh yeah.
He did know engines too.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, well, those are nice messages. Thank you
Yeah.
for letting me come to you.
Oh,
you
well,
guys.
thank you, Beth.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm seeing a young girl. I don't know, this Tanya, this might be for you. Running through a field of sunflowers, doing a little spin and doing a cartwheel. So she wanted to show that, Tanya, the young girl, daughter.
Okay,
So
hi. Where are you?
hi, where are you? Are you there?
Can you see me? Yeah, I just unmuted.
You're unmuted. I don't see you. Oh, there you are. Yeah, so she's running through sunflowers. She did a cartwheel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
she
nice.
did a cartwheel. And then she's saying not to worry about something so much and little bit at a time. So she knows you're worried about something, little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. And
Yeah.
she wants you to know that she's made a lot of friends up in heaven.
That's nice. I always
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, she's made a lot of friends and she's showing me like a little prayer card. I don't know if it's her prayer card, but and a kiss going to it. Something, when people have the little prayer cards,
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
like where the obituary is written and there's usually a picture of them.
I don't know. I don't know.
Did you have any little pictures made?
I always have a little picture of her in a little frame, and I always kiss her everywhere. All the
All
pictures
right,
that I have.
and you give her a kiss because that was the main thing, the picture, the
Yes.
kiss, but it's small, what I'm seeing. I'm
Very
not.
little. I have one that is very little that is in the bathroom. It's like this big. It's like this big, and
Okay. So that's her way of acknowledging seeing you do that. And she shows me a purple color, but there's a sun on it. Do you have something with purple with a sun?
I am looking. Her purple is her favorite color, and I'm looking for something with the sun and the moon and stars.
Okay.
With purple for her.
All right. So she's probably, to me, acknowledging that she sees you doing that. And she she showed the sun very strongly.
Okay.
So you're going to find it is probably what I'm getting, I would think.
Probably
All right.
Yeah, letting me know what to choose for her.
Yeah. And it's like a beautiful sun. Like I could see it on the back of a shirt. Like almost it seems like it's on the back and it's the sun.
Okay.
And then it's interesting that I feel maybe on the upper and the front is a moon and star. I don't know. That's smaller, so maybe that's an idea. I don't know.
Somebody asked me today to ask her for signs I'm choosing some balloons for her birthday is coming up. So I'm choosing balloons for her, and I have a few. So she's probably letting me know which one I should get.
Oh, okay. And she says, I'm always right here. All right. So Tanya has a daughter in spirit. Tanya has started a YouTube channel called I'm Right Here with 3 R's. And It's in honor of her daughter and helping people understand the spirit communication and how it can help. So anybody who goes on YouTube, go on over to that channel. I've done some channelings. We're learning the microphone situation, but there'll be some things coming up on there. So if anyone wants to go over and support that channel and share it, more will be coming. Right? We're going to be doing a free live soon, so everybody should watch for that. I'll have it out on all my messages. I'll have it on my website. So we will be setting a date for that probably next month. So watch for that because it will be a free event, you guys.
Thank you, Beth.
And yeah,
Adios.
you're welcome, Tanya. So it's I'm right here. Oh, thank you, Mary Beth. You just shared something special, so. Oh, that's nice. The other thing that I'm seeing right now is I don't know if this is going to go to you, Tanya, or somebody else. For some reason, I'm drawn to the name Molly with this. But a locket. Let me ask you first, Tanya. Do you have a locket?
A locket?
Mm-hmm. Like a necklace that opens or
No.
okay.
No.
Whoever Molly, whoever you are, I don't know if I know you or not. Is there something
Hi,
about
you know
a
me.
lock? Oh, do it. I'm sorry. There's a lot of names I'm dealing with here. Spirit. Is there a locket that you have? That you what is it? Oh, did I lose you, Molly? No, you're still there. Is there something about a locket that you have or someone in spirit connection with that? I don't have your volume for some reason. It says you're unmuted. But I can't hear you. So Molly, when you can chat in if you want, let me know if you probably can hear me. But I did get the locket thing. I just don't know if it's yours. And what's the other thing I'm getting here? I'm gonna go to Mr. Smith while Molly, you try to work on your audio, but I am getting Molly something female, I'm here. So whoever the female is you would want here. And saying something about like when I don't know if you're reading a book or there's some page or something like there's flipping through the pages. So that's coming in. So these are all toward you, Molly, right now. And something like there's an excitement this person seems to give me, but I do feel they're female. And there's a necklace. I'm back to necklace. So that's all for you, Molly. But I cannot hear you. Feel free to chat in if you want. John Smith, I feel I got something coming in around you. I don't know if your dad's in spirit. I got someone saluting you. Is there something with military? I feel that around. And I don't know, John, if you can acknowledge that or not, but I do get a lot of military. And I feel a lot of characters too. I don't know if that's a book thing. Characters.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Yeah,
Right.
now I can hear you. Yeah. What's up with the salute? Who would be the gentleman saluting you? Father, grandfather? I don't know. How about
No,
when you hear the
I
word
was,
general? Do you have somebody that was high up and that, I mean, sometimes it's a friend. It doesn't always have to be.
I was a drill sergeant in the Army.
Oh, well, I didn't know that about you, but I do now. Okay. So that's somebody connected to your military, whether it's a higher up or someone that worked under you, I don't know, but okay, but it's somebody giving the salute for sure. All right. And have you been doing something with a lot of speaking? Because I feel more coming toward that as well.
I just put that into motion, doing that
Okay.
again.
All right. So more is coming. All right. More
Yes,
is coming.
yes.
And also I got the name Lawrence around. So that could be a first or a last name, I guess, but say Lawrence.
Lawrence?
Lawrence. Yeah. Larry, like Larry. Do
Yeah,
you
I
have
had a
somebody named Larry in the spirit world? Lawrence, Larry?
got a friend in the Army named Larry,
All right, and he's crossed over?
not to my knowledge.
Oh, well, if he isn't crossed over, then it's somebody that would connect to him. And that all that military that came in the beginning, it could be a reference to that. So hopefully he's not passed, but you may find out a little bit more, or somebody mutual between you. Okay. And is your mother in spirit? I'm getting a maternal light
She
around
is,
you.
very much
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. And when I see this maternal light, it's interesting that I see a light blue with it. So I don't know if that's a favorite color or just an energy that I'm just very much seeing the orb.
Uh-huh.
So have you seen orbs? Do you see them or something?
Yes and no. Sometimes I don't recognize them,
Yeah.
or they fade away.
Well, they do, because they can only hold their energy so long because of the different frequencies. They can't really hold here for very long. So orbs will usually go away quite quickly, sometimes as fast as you see them. And that's what's interesting about cameras and phone cameras these days. They can catch these orbs sometimes, because of their sensitivity more than our eyes can. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
sometimes that's why people catch them so easily.
I'm still looking for Steve Bruchet.
There's a Steve. All right, we'll see if he's in their group, he's gonna step forward now, I'm sure. Well, yeah, he's shaking your hand, so that's the way he's entering, this gentleman right now. All right. And keep going, I hear. Keep going. So is there something you're doing? He goes, "We got this." And he's saying, "We got this." And then is there something you're publishing around him?
Well, he was the person that saved me from going to prison.
Okay. Are you writing about him or something, or publishing something on that?
He's in the book. It's 5 years old.
Okay. Well, that's him acknowledging it then, because he said the word publishing. So I guess that's what the link is. He says, "We don't feel the time up here like you do."
Yeah, I can
You
see
know?
that.
And he says, "Sometimes it's one at a time, one at a time."
Right, right.
Do you have but he goes, "Don't think it doesn't get read up here too."
What does that
So
mean exactly?
the story had to be told. That's what I heard.
That's right. Yes, better.
Was there something with like secrets and FBI? You got something? I mean, I don't know. That's something else or what?
Yes, I was in a savings and loan. Got caught up in that. And that's what my book is based on. I have a presidential pardon.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. So yeah, and it's interesting that I still see the FBI letters, like the letters FBI.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's him acknowledging. So are you putting that book out there? Is that what this is about?
Yes, it already is. It's.
Yeah.
I got to find a way to market it. I wrote it 5 years ago.
I know. Publishing is not the easiest. I agree. I
It's
have 4
terrible.
books.
It's terrible.
Well, it's have you gone to like Barnes and Noble and done a talk and stuff like that? And they're not
I've
always
done that.
easy to get. You have done that?
Yeah, when first 2 years.
Well,
And
try
then
again. Try again with that. I mean, exposure, 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 right? As much as you can do. But what's the name of your book? Tell everybody. Maybe people will be interested in reading it.
Embracing the Abyss.
Mm.
It's a website too.
Mm-hmm.
If you go there, you can go to Amazon, get the book.
Yeah. Embracing the Abyss. Is it on Audible too?
I got one on Audible, you bet.
Oh, I'm gonna check it out. I'm an Audible person. I can't read. I get tired. I wish I could. All right, I'll check it out too. Embracing the Abyss, everybody, if you want to. And it's based on a true story, right? You're saying?
Yeah.
Your story?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for sharing that. But your mother's, she's proud of you. I'm proud of you. Did she call you Jonathan?
No, she called me Johnny.
Oh, Johnny.
Yeah,
Did anyone call you Jonathan?
no,
I just felt it more formal when I heard the name that time. And Johnny's not formal. But I think you know she loves you. Is there something about owls?
owls.
Mm-hmm.
I have a stuffed owl here in my office.
Well, I don't see it, but now a spirit world does apparently. All right, and that's their way of telling you they're with you. Yeah, a lot of love coming your way. Well, I hear don't give up.
No, not doing that.
All right, you're not gonna. And like they said, every story, every person that touches it is affected by it. So,
Well, I'm gonna get back to speaking.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And doing yeah. I mean, even like you said, the bookstores, places where you can just get it out there and do your thing, and I'm sure you know.
Yeah,
Don't you have a YouTube channel too?
I do.
Give it a shout out.
It was called uh, Searching for Integrity.
That's right. Searching for Integrity. All right,
Yeah.
everybody, check it out. Thank you, John. I hope this brought you some encouragement and to get your fire going again.
Again, exactly.
All right. Keep meditating.
Yes, right.
You do meditate, don't you?
Lightly, not as much as I should.
Go to my website and put in your email address and you'll get. Are you already on my email list?
Yeah, I did that last May.
Did you get the meditations?
Yes, I did.
Use them. They're high frequency. That's the zone you want.
Okay.
And see your book going around the world.
Hey, I like that.
All right. See it going around the world. The last time I told someone I saw a book going around the world, it was, I wish it was mine, but it was probably 29 years ago, maybe 30 years ago. And it was the book, The Messenger, which is where the 444 comes in and the angel number. He was one of the first to write about it. And that's where that all began. So Nick Bunick, The Messenger. And I told the woman that the book was going to go around the world. She was my mentor for tarot card reading and helped me see symbolisms and metaphors of the soul level through the cards, which opened my third eye more. Little did I know that was happening. And the next day she called me and she said, you know that book you did a reading for me on last night? And I go, yeah. She goes, well, he got a call from Simon & Schuster today and they told him to pull all original copies don't sell anymore. They were signing him and going to do a relaunch. So I hope that energy goes to you, Mr. Smith.
It does. That's one of the things, a relaunch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So that was that. Last time I did a little book reading. And I was terrified to do it because she was my mentor for 2 years. And she asked me, here, do a reading on this book. Tell me what you see. And I saw the world and going around the world a couple times. And I said a few more things. And then the next morning it happened. So I'm just saying we pick up on energy. That's what that is. So thank you,
I read your
John.
book. I read your book.
Oh, did you? Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate that. Embracing the abyss. I don't want to forget you. You know what, John? Shoot me an email if you think about it, because I don't have anywhere to write it down.
That's fine.
I want to get the audible version though. Thank you. Appreciate you, John.
Thank you.
Molly, I want to go back to that locket. Do you have somebody with the locket? Or was that your locket? Or let's see if we can get her now. There
Okay,
you
you got me now?
Yeah. Is there
Okay.
something about the locket? Because that was very strong and it's back.
Not a locket, but I have a necklace right here that has some of my mom's ashes in it.
Oh, that's it. And they're
I think
usually a
that's it.
little thicker and look a little like more like a thicker thing. Okay, so that
Yeah.
would have been your mom. And I said it was a female. So all that was for you. I don't know if you heard it because I know you were trying to get on. And she's saying, sweetheart, I love you and it's okay. it's okay. And she said that like that. So I
Yeah.
feel she's trying to help you with something that you're struggling with too. Like she
Yeah.
says, it's, oh, you leave it behind. There's something you just got to leave behind. When they give you words like that about something, you know, sometimes it's a situation you can't just leave, but always use the energy that they're sending. It's like, okay, I leave what doesn't serve it behind. That is enough to move things. Okay. Please
Yeah.
do that with this situation, whatever it is you're worried about. All right. And is there a
Mhm.
teddy bear? Who would show me a teddy bear?
I have a stuffed, it's a dog, like a stuffed animal dog that I've had for a long time. I got when I was a baby and I still have it.
That could be it. I mean, I'm just seeing something, it, you know, has 4 legs and it's stuffed. I could tell you that. And it's going, they're going like this. I don't know if that's your mom. Did your mom give you that? Or was that, I mean, something your mom would know for sure, you know?
Yeah, not, it was from one of my mom's brothers who he's living.
Okay. Yeah. She could still be the one that would bring that in, I would think. And do you have anyone with the name Daniel has meaning? Dan? Danny, Daniel?
Well,
No.
No, nobody for you?
okay, see you soon.
Daniel. Who's got a Dan? Kelly, do you? Are you acknowledging the name Dan? If no? Oh, I thought your hand went up. There's no one living either, Molly?
Dan?
Don? I don't know if I'd go any further than that. Don or Dan? All right, leave it there then. It might not be for you. It might be for somebody else because you would know. I think you would click it by now. Who liked Maxwell House coffee?
That
I
was
mean,
probably
it's
my mom
Maxwell.
or my mom or my aunt. My
Mhm.
aunt Kay, that's with my mom.
Okay, yeah, because I mean, it's Maxwell House. I mean, I'm seeing the blue label, everything. All right.
Mhm.
And so that's their way of telling you. And also something about like strawberries or strawberry shortcake. What's up with this?
My mom made strawberry jam all the time.
Okay. All right. Well, that's them making sure. So hopefully those are who you wanted here today.
Yeah.
And she's saying, sweetheart, of course I'm here. Every night at bedtime. She like tucks you in. She wants to tuck you in and tell
Yeah.
you it's okay. And was there any bear story? Bears? Nothing with you?
I don't think so. Bears.
Right. There's something with band. You know, I feel like I'm in Oregon. Daniel, I know you have an Oregon connection, don't you? Daniel, way over here. Mm. Oregon. Why am I'm up in Oregon? Oh, your volume must be low. You're unmuted now, but I don't hear you.
Let me pump it up a little bit.
No, no volume.
Okay.
Sometimes it's the setting.
Is that any better?
I hear you, but you're very low.
How about that? Any better there?
And now I can hear you enough to be with you for a few moments. Is there anything about I'm just at Oregon. Is there something? I mean, I don't know if that's where you're from. I can't remember right off the top of my head.
My son is living there now.
Oh, your son's living there. Okay. And is there someone that was called Papa or Pops? Nobody with you, Pops? You're not called it? No, say Poppy. No, I'm hearing say Poppy. Then that may not be for you. Let me just put it out there. Is there someone where Poppy would come into play, that nickname? Who is that to you, Jen? I'm hearing that very strongly.
Poppy. My kids call my dad Poppy, but also you had a Lawrence or a Larry come through, and that's his friend's dad, and they called him Poppy.
Oh, so when that happens, if it can go in a couple places, they will always acknowledge it to show you, this is me too. I am here too. Because I think it was when I was with John and he had I think he had a connection to the name. Yeah, so that would be yours ways of saying, yes, I'm here too. Tell her, tell Poppy. Yes, so that's, huh?
I asked him to say something that I would know it was him.
That's good. Well, Poppy it was. Good. Who liked the popcorn too?
That would be my son.
Okay. So that's
He
an
told-
acknowledgement to watching over your son. All right. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad I could give you that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Daniel, I also saw something about whiskey. Is there someone who likes like a drink neat? Wait a minute, let me go to Linda. Linda, is that you? Is there a drink? I felt like I was going to you for a minute and then I thought I was going back to Daniel. Is there someone that would drink like whiskey straight?
Is Jack Daniels a whiskey?
Yes.
I was just gonna say the same.
Yeah. Jack is Tennessee whiskey. What is that, Linda?
Dana.
Oh, did he drink whiskey?
Oh, he got
Oh, he
drunk. He got drunk the night of his wedding. On
whiskey?
on
All right.
Jack Daniels.
Okay. Well, that was, yeah, okay. All right, well, that's him. He knew that would get your attention. He said that, but I'll give you yellow roses too, Ma. I love you so much.
I love you too, honey.
Because you can't take it in so deep, Mom. People aren't going to change. So you're getting guidance on something.
Yeah.
You can't overthink it anymore. You have to put it on the shelf. Oh my God, Beth, tell her to put it on the shelf.
You told me that a long time ago. You got to put it on the shelf.
Sometimes when you're overthinking something, everyone, you just create this little shelf to the side and say, okay, you're going to the shelf, sit there, get in divine order before, you come back to my thoughts. And sometimes you got to send something to the shelf 300 times. The next time you won't only have to send it 200, the next time 10 maybe. Use the shelf. It works.
Okay. All right.
And whatever these thoughts are that you're going over and over and over, those are the thoughts that got to go on the shelf.
Yeah, I'm wanting to go to Chattanooga and I just keep going over and over. What if this happens? What if that happens? Da 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 yada yada yada.
And he went, Ma, you can't live in what if.
How well I know that.
Has someone broke into your house or something? What's going on?
Here?
Yeah.
It's a secure building. They broke into Sean's car.
Oh, that's probably what it is then. I feel something broken into.
Yeah, they broke into her car and then her being her, she got really nasty with the collision people. And I apologize for the behavior, but the car is fixed now. But
Well, he says, Ma, she'll never be happy because she's not happy.
Oh, I know that.
He goes, don't worry, I watch over her.
I know he does.
Yeah. And oh, okay. I saw someone waving like this, like their head came in sideways. And it was first I felt
Mother.
the name Michael.
Yes.
And then I feel your mom coming in. All right. And she's saying, okay, I'm going to give you some bobby pins again. It's been a while.
Oh, speaking of bobby pins, Beth Huff sent me a picture of her treadmill.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, look at this. She says, your son has been busy. And on her treadmill display was a bobby pin.
Well, then that's that's what they're referencing because they know that happened.
I said,
yeah, they probably, did their thing. Yeah.
I said, sure, he thinks of you, but he doesn't think of his mom.
Yeah. Well, don't go there.
No, I'm just teasing.
I know you are. But that's definitely an acknowledgement to that. So, and your mom would be there, your son, they're all there.
Yeah.
I know Michael said, don't forget me. So, and your dad just said, sometimes you have to protect your own boundaries. Remember that.
Yeah. How many times have you told me that one?
I don't remember telling you that, but maybe I did.
Yes, you did.
In a reading.
Yeah, in a message.
This is your dad telling you now.
He said, set your boundaries, Linda. Set your boundaries.
Yeah, just use the mantra, divine boundaries. You'll find yourself doing it naturally.
She doesn't come around.
Who's she?
Sean.
It's not about the physical presence. It's about your mind.
I know, my mind is nuts right now. It really is. I was at the doctor's today and I just cried.
So when's the last time you played a meditation?
Last time I did it with you.
Well, meditations are the mediator between thoughts and emotional responses. Meditation keeps your intuition open and helps you see the higher perspective. That's what's going to do everything. If you don't play them at bedtime,
shame on me.
Because that's every time you go to sleep, it's an opportunity to do some healing and give yourself that, supply yourself that strength. That's for everybody, not just you, but it's your session that's giving everyone that message. So everyone pay attention to that, because everyone goes to sleep. Everyone lays there for who knows how long thinking about stuff. If you put in a meditation within 30 seconds to 3 minutes, especially one of mine, and I know there's others.
You sent me
YouTube has great channels for high frequency music that will relax you.
One for
and they have
stress.
some
I've got
with black
to
screen if you don't want the screen to be light. And or mine, again, on my website, you can always download them, but I know you have some, Linda.
Yeah.
Because they're free. So use them, you guys. I can't stress it enough. And it's how you feel your loved ones in spirit. So know that. Do you have a jack, Linda?
A what, honey?
A jack?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, if you got to think that hard. Kelly, do you guys have a jack? In spirit? I think I'm moving.
We don't have a jack. We don't have a jack in spirit.
Who is it living?
Would be my niece's son.
Who would be the closest to them watching over?
My mom, probably.
Okay. And did your mom, she said something about there's about time there's some sunshine. I don't know.
It's been raining here. It does nothing but rain.
Oh my God. Okay. Where do you live?
We live in Marion, so not far from where you used to live in Geneva.
Okay. All right.
It's been rainy.
Maybe it's coming tomorrow because she's making it sound like it's coming.
It was nice today.
Oh, today you had it.
Yeah.
I didn't have any rain, and I'm in Rochester.
Well, yeah, I mean, we didn't have rain today, but that's all it's been doing lately is raining.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so you had the sunshine today, so I guess that's an acknowledgement to that. Also, did someone have to start taking medicine for something, or did your mom?
Yeah, no, I did.
Allison's got poison ivy on her face. So does my son.
No, that's what she must be acknowledging then. Yeah, because I'm hearing the medicine, and it was like for something, and I just heard for something. She's got medicine for something. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my, she's putting her almost like hand right to your cheek, and it's like warm. She's putting warm. Is your skin real warm?
Yeah, every now and then I get like hot and then it gets itchy. And then I'm like going like this, like trying not to peel my face off. But there was a spot that was like really crusty and I was like so grossed out by it.
She says, he said, just think of it as a good facial when it's all done and said and done. I guess it's like a chemical peel in a way, I guess.
Pretty freaking much.
Yep.
Well, you'll be staying home this weekend, she said, and she laughed.
Well, I don't know about that. I've been living my life.
All right. Well, hey, what the heck? It's poison ivy. You can say what you got. You can. Well, she says, are you dancing with someone? Are you in a relationship?
I am.
They're showing like dancing and partnership and having fun, like that kind of exchange of energy. All right. And she wants to like say, what are you so worried about, young lady? You got to sit down and put your list down of your worries. Somebody else got that message earlier about the let go.
Oh, yeah.
Do the mist meditation. Reach out for the mist meditation. It's a very powerful release meditation. You got to do it sometimes a couple times a week, but if you do it, what doesn't serve you does energetically release. Very true. Somebody's saying, love you, Ma. Linda, that might go to you. Love you, Ma. I don't know if he said a formal goodbye or not. When I was with you. So that was your son. And is there a Richard? Richie, Dick? Anyone living?
No. No.
They're saying, yeah, you know him. Dad. Who's Dad? Dad's in spirit? Dad's in spirit?
Yeah.
Is there a connection to Dad in spirit to the name Richie?
I don't think so.
I think Rachel does.
Who's Rachel? Where is she?
Here, my dad's name is Richard, and he's
And he-
passed.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Did he come in when I was with you?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
he
so
did.
he's making sure you know he's still here. That's probably what he's doing.
Okay.
'Cause you were in the beginning, yes. Were you wondering, I wonder if you're still here, Dad? That's what happens when they try to make sure you know they're still here.
There was like a little commotion in the beginning, so I think that he was maybe just trying to be like, no,
That's right.
that's my
I remember
name.
we couldn't get
I'm
your
here.
audio.
Yeah, just
Okay.
verifying words. Yeah.
That's nice. Okay, good. I'm glad. But Kelly and
Allison.
They're saying there's a clock in front of my eyes. Trust in the timing. So I don't know if one of you have a little something more with timing.
So today would have been my 36. It's my 36-year anniversary with Xerox.
Wow.
And today I put in my retirement papers.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yep.
And that's trust in that timing. Are you trusting in it? Is that, did you
Yes.
need to hear that?
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
And I even said today, how fitting that, the lady that I had to turn the paperwork into had not been at work, and all of a sudden she was there today, and today being my anniversary, I was just like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna start on May 16th of 1988, and I'm going to put in my papers to formally retire on May 16th of 2024.
And I here to tell you, enjoy yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve it.
Yep.
Told her she needs to settle down.
Yeah. I feel you'll do something in a little hobby way, but you won't have to work. So trust that.
Okay.
Like it'll make you some money. Something on the side. It's going to make you some money, but enough.
Okay.
And just I heard you tell her not to worry about it. Remember, money is an emotional relationship.
Yep.
There, and the law of attraction works with it. And I'm not kidding you guys. I mean, you have to really put it out. And I'll just full transparency. 2 days ago, I had 2 people registered for this event. And I'm like, all right, Spirit Speaks is a good event.
Yep.
And if it's 2 people, then it's 2 people, but come on. And I just kind of thought about it, and I thought that's weird that 2 people are on this call. There's always at least 10. There's been 8, but most of the time there's 10 plus. Sometimes there's been 20. And I just laughed as you all were joining in. I'm like, well, that little mantra and that little intention must have worked.
Yep. My
So,
girlfriend told me it's time for me to do something fun.
yeah, have fun. That is something I heard. Have fun. Do what you want.
Yeah.
When is your official day? Last day.
I believe it's going to be June 30th.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Perfect for Independence Day, I heard.
Yes.
That's a good mantra to use in this moment because you've been doing something every day for all those years, and there's subconscious like that's who I am. No,
Yep.
it isn't who you are. You're able to be a free being. You're blessed with the ability to retire. Not everyone has that. It is a blessing, and some people stress over that. So they're telling you don't. You won't have to. And your dad is giving you a hug. Your dad.
Yay.
Proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Is there something about cameras with your dad? I mean, old cameras?
Well, my dad used to work at School Pictures Incorporated in Webster. And they
Oh,
used to do all the school pictures. He was the plant manager
yeah.
there.
How
And
cool. Yeah, he's just going tick, click, click, click. That's
yep,
what I saw. Oh,
yep,
how cool. Well, what a good one, Dad. That was a good one.
yep.
Well, he's very proud of you. Sit back and relax. That's what he said. Have fun. Are you going on a cruise?
No, not that I know of.
Were you thinking of it?
Well, I probably was until I decided that I was leaving from work.
But is it a bucket list thing?
Yeah.
Listen, them cruises are looking for people these days. You'll find some. I think you'll go on something. I think you're gonna come across something. You just enjoy. You'll see.
Okay. Okay.
Something's gonna come across the who knows feed. Facebook is always throwing stuff. Things like that. But yeah, enjoy. I think something's gonna come up that you're gonna do that.
Okay.
Okay. Um, do you have a Mary in spirit?
Yes.
Who is that to you? I heard Mary, and I heard something about piano too.
So Mary was my dad's wife.
Okay. Did they have a piano, or is that piano from something else?
Nope, I had a piano when I was growing up.
That's probably your dad. I'm not bringing that. That's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Because it came in pretty close together.
Yep.
Okay. Jessica, have I come to you? I think you would be the only one that I can see I may not have come to. Do you want to unmute? Hi, Jessica.
Hi, you haven't, but I mean, that's okay. If
No, let's see what pops in. I think you were about the only one I really didn't give a message to, so we're not going to let one person not have a message. My goodness. I got someone licking like an ice cream cone, Jessica. So unless you're doing that behind the scenes and we can't see it, or is there someone in spirit that really liked their ice cream or something?
I am not eating an ice cream cone. And no, I wouldn't say anything particularly special with ice cream.
Well, the word special in spirit is different than the word special here, because I do got somebody wanting me to say it again, and it's as clear as day. It's a soft ice cream, like, when you go and get the little twirl. So is there someone in spirit who used to like to get ice cream, or you got ice cream with, or funny story about the softie? It's soft ice cream. Like it's that clear. So somebody
Sure.
wants, yeah, does it make you think of someone in spirit? Because that's who's going to be sending it. So it's either a memory or it could be something that they watched over, you do the other day, for all I know, but they're not letting that ice cream cone go.
Yeah, I did have ice cream the other day with some friends, but I mean, at least it seems like a few of us live in upstate New York. And so, of course, there's childhood memories of going to Abbott's with my family. Those are always cherished memories, of course.
Okay. Could be a little bit of a double. Is your mother in spirit? There's maternal.
She is, yes.
All right. It's mother then, maternal energy. And I don't know if your dad is too, but she's got a gentleman standing next to him and she's smiling like, oh, like that, like so happy. Okay. And the very big letter K is coming in. Is your dad in spirit or is this her dad? Who's the dad I'm getting?
My dad isn't in spirit. It might be her father or one
Yeah.
of her brothers, but her name was Katie.
Oh, then there's the K sound. Okay. So that's her saying, it's me, honey.
Awesome.
And yeah. And also, what's the champagne too? And I don't know if it's a toast, if I'm actually tuned into a toast, like cheers or champagne. Is somebody getting married? I don't know. That could be a reference to that.
I'm not sure. I am drinking a glass of wine.
Well, that could be what it actually is referencing, even though I'm seeing it like, is it white wine?
It is. It is.
Yeah, I'd say that you're getting a toast. Careful what you drink, you guys behind your screens. We're gonna know. That happened once when I went to a house when I arrived, and we were sitting there and I started channeling, and I looked at this girl and her mother was coming in, and she was a little like not really, she wanted her mother, but she was not making it easy on me. And then all of a sudden her mother goes, tell her this song, ding dong, the witch is dead. And everybody looked at her and they said that she was singing that song before you got there about me, the witch coming. And it was so funny because the mother in spirit sang the song, and then when I said it, everybody squealed on her, you know. She goes, I didn't mean I wanted you to die. I was just like saying the witch, you know. I go,
Right.
I get it. And she goes, well, that's my mother. She would tell everybody everything. And so we, then, you know, then she really knew her mother was there. But that was a cute. So I don't know, your little drinking your wine behind the scene there is making me think of that story. They tell on you guys.
They do. They do.
Yeah. And also there's a tree. I don't know what it represents. Is it something about your mom, somebody else? But I am seeing a tree. Say the tree. I mean, you could be looking out the window at one for all I know, or there's something special about a tree. I'm also getting the word brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if you don't have a brother in spirit, is there a brother living, or does your mom have a brother in spirit? Because it's going to be that title.
One of the things that I wanted some guidance on was my brother and like his health and his future. He is not in spirit. I mean, obviously.
Okay. So that would most likely be your mom bringing that in. I mean, I'm sure she, you know, they don't know future, but she knows whatever's going on. Is there something he's got to be more responsible for about in his health?
Yeah, I'd say there's lots of things he's got to be more responsible about.
Because that's the emotion she's giving me. He needs to be more responsible. He needs to be more, he needs to relax, and he needs to follow orders. And those are the words she's saying. Follow orders. Is he getting direction to help himself, but not taking it?
I think it's probably just people around him who are trying to give him guidance.
Mm-hmm. Who would be more apt to say the word orders, like follow orders, like do what he's told? Does that sound like your mom, or is there someone else that? It's just an interesting way to say it, which makes me think it's.
It might be my mom or my grandma. My grandma was a little bit more sassy, and he was her favorite. And I say that with love, like no jealousy, you know, like.
Yeah.
He was.
I think it's your grandmother too, because it feels like it's different than your mom's energy that I was getting. He needs to follow orders, like, you know, that's what she would probably say. You know what I mean? And does he deal with headaches or something, or?
He might be, but I think they're self-inflicted.
Yeah, I feel like stress up there in the head.
Right. He has a very like dangerous job, and so I just worry about him.
Yeah. You're right. Well, maybe he needs to start meditating too. I mean, meditation, people, you know, think they don't get what it is, but really it's a relaxation thing, and it helps the organ of the brain, actually helps the organ of the brain rest. You know, it's like taking a bicep curl and just doing, you know, 500 of them. The muscle's going to hurt, you know, so when our brain goes, you know, the higher mind will calm the lower mind down. The higher mind needs to be accessed because the lower mind is more the personality or the physical expression. So he needs to relax a little. Maybe you do too, I heard.
That's funny.
Yeah, you need to relax a little, I heard. And just say the rainbow. I heard say the rainbow. So hopefully that means something to you. Say the rainbow. When's the last time you saw one?
In person, probably been a while. I don't know if that phrase necessarily means anything, but who doesn't love a good rainbow, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe usually if they're going to bring an object like that, or like something in nature or something like that, it's either it's a sign for you, or you saw one recently, you know what I mean? Or you just know you do feel that those are your signs. So maybe tomorrow you'll see one. I would imagine it just feels like it has a little more emotion to it. You know, it's not just say rainbow. I feel the emotion behind it. And I would say it if I felt it was more just like a reference to yeah, we all like a good rainbow, but this was. And actually, they're showing me a double.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was said. Say the rainbow. I don't know what's up with that tree. It's back.
My mom is buried underneath a tree, and I do have a tree ring that I wear every day.
Then that's what that's your mom bringing that in. Yeah, because she brought it back in. You know, so
Awesome.
that to me is her way of saying, say it again. I want her to, you know, really
Right.
know this is what I mean. So yes, that would be it. All right, good. Well, I'm glad we got that from your mama.
Awesome. Thank you. That
She's
means a
blowing you
lot.
a kiss. Yeah, she's blowing you a kiss.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Well, thank you, everyone. I think I got a little bit to everybody. I'm glad sometimes when it's a smaller group, we can do that. Thank you all for tuning in. I can't remember. I don't think I have the next virtual one, but do watch for one that will be coming up as a gift. And I'll be doing that alongside with Tanya to honor her daughter and her page. I'm right here, which is something that's passionate. Tanya believes in spirit communication and knows how much it helps people. So when you see that, feel free to share it. I'll be posting another virtual spirit speak probably in about 2 months. I got anyone in the area. I got a couple. I have one coming up June 28th on a Friday night in downtown Stewart. So if anyone's interested, it's all on my website for anyone local seeing this. And I don't know, lots of good stuff coming up. So, and obviously always virtual classes and stuff, private sessions, you all know that I do that. So thank you again for being here. I'm going to stop the recording so I can save it, get that over to you guys.